What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we did receive brand new news about the 99 overall signature Ken Griffey Jr. Of course, I'm coming from the San Diego SDS live stream that just occurred on Twitch. Make sure that you guys are visiting that. They are giving out giveaways such as 6th inning program vouchers. They had an autographed Ken Griffey Jr. signed bat, so make sure to check out those streams. They also will be streaming if you guys look on the schedule on Wednesday and Thursday. So if you guys are interested in possibly winning a giveaway, I definitely think it is worth your while to go out and type that keyword. But into today's video, how do you get the 99 overall Ken Griffey Jr. Signature Series card? Now, first of all, here is the card art, which you guys probably saw in the thumbnail already, but that is the official card art 99 overall. As if there was any doubts, we knew he was going to be a 99 overall. It was just all to the question, what his card art is going to look like. So before we get really into it, if you guys could leave a like down below, it really would help me out, as you guys know, with the YouTube algorithm. And then also, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, really close to 15k, and we're gonna have a lot of really nice content coming this week. I'm super stoked to give you guys what I have in the upcoming weeks. So how exactly do you get Griffey is exactly how I predicted that was going to be able to get Griffey. He is going to be a 6th inning program boss. He is just going to be at 300 program stars, as any of these other cards are. Now, there was a lot of speculation within the community whether or not it was going to be a collection, if it was going to be a moment, you know, additionally to the storyline, if you had to collect every card from MLB 17, 18, and 19 in order to get it, if you had to meet Ken Griffey Jr. in real life, shake his hand, and then shine his shoes, and then your card would automatically appear within your inventory. We weren't sure, but now that we do know, they did officially say that he is going to be a 3rd inning program boss, which is very exciting in my opinion. That was really what I was hoping for these couple of reasons. You know, it should be pretty obtainable in my opinion. It shouldn't be a card that's free, obviously. Well, it is kind of free, just is going to take some time. But it's going to be readily obtainable. People are going to be able to get it. It's not going to be locked behind, because a lot of people are starting to think, you know, with how we got a 97 Ken Griffey Sr. last night, you're going to have to collect that. You're going to have to get the 84 Senior and both the Diamond Griffey moments, which obviously at face value, if you look right now, would probably cost you 36k for that one right there. And then for the Gold Ken Griffey Sr., it is not going for that much. But if that was the case, obviously those cards would go for hella. They would go for a lot more than they are right now. And it would seem a little not very, it wouldn't be that great, because it would in a sense be locking it behind, you know, stubs that you have to pay in order to get it. So I am a big fan of how they are going to roll out Ken Griffey Jr. Now, they did not say who else is going to be in there. I believe they're revealing that tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or Thursday. Actually, I believe it is on Thursday, because tomorrow they're going to show the attributes. We have no idea what the card looks like, but of course, if you guys remember his immortal, which all you know, I showed it in my last couple videos. He is pretty good. You know, 84 speed. Obviously, it's Ken Griffey Jr. He's going to be really nice. Yeah, tomorrow it is going to be his stats, and they're going to be doing some other reveals. So we aren't going to know who is in the 6th inning program until Thursday, which is actually the day that is going to drop. Remember, the content update within the roster update, the 6th inning program, new moments, and all everything of that sort is going to be coming out after the live stream on Thursday. So around, I would say 6:30 Eastern time, 6:37 p.m. Eastern time would be a pretty good estimate of when that is going to drop. So I do quickly want to say I did make my 6th inning program predictions, and I want to talk about that a little bit more now, because for quite some time within these last like day or two, I was kind of skeptical. Is this actually how they are going to roll out the 6th inning program? I thought they were going to do something else, but maybe go with the collection. But I am glad. It did kind of surprise me, but I am glad that they stuck with their roots, stuck with their guns, and this is what we're going to have. So as far as my predictions, I do still think a catcher is very likely. I did talk about Mike Piazza being the one right there. Of course, we only have an 88 overall Piazza, and you have to think this is something that a lot of people are assuming. This is something that Ramon and Tips were hinting at, that there's going to be some good competition, because this is just going to be a plain Jane 300 program star card. It's not special by itself. There's 2 other cards linked alongside with it, as there is any other programs. So I would imagine we're going to get some really good cards. And there was a couple things that I wanted to also alter, I guess, from my first predictions that I had a couple days ago, because there is a couple other things that I thought about. Like I said, I still do think Piazza is going to be in there for the sole fact the catcher is always a pretty thin position. I know a lot of people are running their cap, as am I at this point, but I think catcher is always a pretty thin position. We don't have any live series diamonds right there, and besides like Pudge, which a lot of people still do not have, I know more people are starting to get it. Collections are still really expensive. It's like $500K to just complete the American League on itself to get Pudge, and there's, you know, a couple really good diamond catcher options, but Mike Piazza, somebody in one of these programs that you guys can get for free without having to spend 100,000 stubs like Gary Carter or so on. I think that would be a good choice for them to do, have a really nice catcher, Mike Piazza. Of course, more offensive oriented, but he can still play defense. He's no, you know, slouch over there. I believe I still think I have the screenshots to his immortal card right here. Yeah, Mike Piazza, 76 fielding, 86 blocking, 75 arm strength. That's not great, but you know, it's good enough to get the job done. And then that hitting stats alone, I think, is really going to entice people. And I think this is a great card that can just steer it away from only Griffey, because I don't think they want this to be seen as the Griffey program. Otherwise, they would have had him on his lonely. They want to have two other guys within there, so I think Mike Piazza is a very good bet. Now, if they did have a pitcher, I kind of doubt that the pitcher would really get chose, because at least in my opinion, I think a outfielder of Ken Griffey Jr.'s stature is much more needed, much more desirable than a pitcher. So I kind of think maybe this would be a time that they would go away from having a pitcher within there and give us another really good offensive player. And Chipper Jones is a guy I talked about. Mike Schmidt is another possibility that people are bringing up in the comment section of that video. I think those are definitely possible options in my opinion. I think Chipper Jones would be a great choice. Now, I know we did just get Josh Donaldson, but at the same point, we've had an outfielder within the first 4 programs, so I'm not going to completely just stray away from saying that's an impossibility. I think Chipper Jones is probably right up there with Ken Griffey Jr. as one of the most desired and most wanted signature series cards within MLB The Show 19. And I bet you a lot of people would be, you know, I might want to pick Chipper Jones. I need a third baseman a little bit more for an outfielder. And the reason why I think this is so important that they have to have other good choices there and not just Ken Griffey Jr. is because it would probably do something to the market. Likewise, you know, we haven't really seen this too much. Over time, we have seen it a little bit where some of these guys aren't going as much as the others. A perfect example is the 91 Andrew Jones that came out at the beginning of the year. That card goes for pretty much nothing. Now, he was the lowest overall in his respective program, but he goes for chump change, while the other two signature, or not signature, but the other two bosses in the first inning program, Cy Young goes for 40,000, and then Gossage, I'm pretty sure, goes for about 50K, so he goes even more than that. And that's a trend that you guys notice. But I think what they fear, and what I would fear as well, if Griffey was in there and they had, I don't know, Tom Seaver, even though he'd be a really good starting pitcher, I still do think, you know, personally, I'm not going to pick Tom Seaver. I'm definitely going to pick Griffey over Tom Seaver. Even if I hated, you know, even if I replaced Burt Blyleven and he got quick sold, I have Cliff Lee. I'd rather pitch with Cliff Lee and have Ken Griffey Jr. on my team is what I'm saying. He's that good. He's that worth it in my opinion. So if they did that, that would make those other bosses pretty rare in my opinion, which could make them go for a lot more and kind of make those cards useless later on, because it's a card that's not that good, that's going for way too much, so it'd be kind of obsolete in what point. So I think that is one thing that they're definitely thinking about. And then, you know, also they just want a variety. They don't want Ken Griffey Jr. going for 40,000, because if he was the standalone, clear, obvious choice, everybody wanted him, everybody would pick him. And if everybody picks him, he's not going to go for all that much. So those would be two great reasons why you do not want Ken Griffey Jr. going for everything, in my opinion. And I think they're going to do a good job. You know, like I said, on Thursday, they will be revealing that. Hopefully we get some really good boss choices. I am super, super excited, and I hope you guys are as well. Let me know your final 6th inning program predictions in the comment section. Who do you guys hope for? Are you going to pick Griffey no matter what? Let me know, and leave a like down below on this video if you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys have a great day. There comes out. Yay!
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.